backtrack, like I said, because what happens when you meet the Shaykh and you fall in love with the Shaykh? You become not so aware of what is happening around you, because you are preparing to leave that life. You're preparing to leave that life, and you're just concentrating on the Shaykh and the attraction that he puts and the love that he puts. That may be reflected in the Jamaat, and you're seeing everything as new and shiny. Correct? And you're feeling, your heart is waking up. Like you fall in love, your heart is waking up for the first time. And whatever it is that the object that you love, you're going to see that around. And whatever that is, the one that you fall in love with, what is haq according to him and what is batil according to him or her, you're going to believe. So in reality, the one, the dost, the friend, that is your religion. So you start seeing it, but because you just fall in love just like that, you're just feeling it just like that, you don't really understand so many things, but you say, oh, Shaykh likes this, I like this. Shaykh doesn't like that, I don't like that. And that is according to your capacity. And a lot of people, their capacity is very low when they come in. You might think it is high, it is not. Because the more that you know, the more you will love. You cannot claim to know, you cannot claim to love without knowing. You cannot claim to love without knowing. First you have to know. So when you first just fall in love just like that, you don't really know so much. You're knowing certain things, and certain things that you know, it becomes very intense. Okay, the sky is more intense, the grass is more intense, your feelings are more intense. So for the first time maybe you feel a little bit more aware. You become a little bit more alive. But you're alive because of that one, of the Shaykh, of the beloved one. You become more alive. You fall in love. And then what happens? You start following. Once you start following, like they say, the honeymoon period is going to finish. Now, it doesn't mean that the honeymoon is fake. It is real. But it cannot be like that all the time. Instead of people going honeymoon, I don't know, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, instead of being that, now it becomes very little. Instead of a long time, it becomes very little, and you're happy now. If that honeymoon, you feel it once a day, or once a week, or once a month. It is enough. You're no longer a child where you need that all the time. A child wants candy all the time. But later when you grow up, you don't need candy all the time, and you understand also, not because my tastes have also changed, but even if I want candy all the time, I know it's not healthy for me. It is not real. So honeymoon period is finished. Now you're starting to see, and you're starting to follow without that bait that is there. There is no more bait now. The bait has finished. You just left on the hook. And a lot of people, when they left on the hook, they say, there's no more sweetness. All I feel is pain. I'm being pulled aside like this and like that. But they forget they're only feeling the hook as they are only feeling the bait. All of that, the hook and the bait, it is attached to a line, and there is a fisherman that is holding it. Once you get mature a little bit and you understand it is not the hook or the bait, but it is the man that is there. It is the Shaykh that is there. And it doesn't matter if he puts a hook or he puts a bait, or he puts 10 baits or he puts 10 hooks. Because my intention is to follow him, understanding that he's going to bring me to Allah, then I trust. If anything, the Shaykh is going to say, don't trust the bait so much. Trust the hook. And as much as when you were growing up and you are hooked by your ego, you're hooked by your shaitan, hooked by the dunya, hooked by your desires, chained by them, now you're starting to take the chains of the Shaykh and putting it on yourself. You go through a certain period also where the ego is going to rebel. Oh, who am I? What am I? Am I following a cult? Don't I have my own mind? Do I have my own person? I have no personality. You will go through that. Of course you're going to go through that because your old self is dying. Your ego is feeling is dying. And you're going to feel with those divine hooks, divine chains that's now pulling you. But with everything that dies, a new life comes. So if you are understanding that, if you are aware of that, and that these things we've talked about in different ways over and over and over again. If you are aware of that, then you understand, today I'm getting sweet. Maybe 10 years down the line, 20 years down. Today I'm getting sweet, alhamdulillah. Next day I'm getting hooked, alhamdulillah. You're not going to complain so much when you're getting the hook. You're not going to be so happy, drunk when you're getting the sweetness. But you're going to see. Now, the most important thing is I'm being controlled by the fisherman. I'm being controlled by the master. What does the master want from me? So now we come to the answer to the question. What does your master want from you? Your self-awareness becomes from that. It comes from that, what he wants from you. And you're actively looking and searching. In the beginning, you say, I don't want anything. Allah doesn't want anything from us. The master doesn't want anything, but the master's duty is to teach you. You're a student. Your duty now is to learn. Whether you learn or you don't learn, it doesn't matter to the teacher. His knowledge is not going to increase or decrease. Okay? But if you learn from the best of the masters, it is your maqam, it is your knowledge, that is your station that is going to rise. So now you're going to ask that question, what does he want from me? Away from the very, let's say, I don't want to use big words. From the theory, oh, just ego, step on my ego. Step on my shaitan. Big theories like that, let's say. Now, you're going to ask yourself, I'm a human being, he's a human being, we are in a jamaat of human beings. What can I give? Because we are human beings. What can I give? What can I contribute? What can I offer? So you move away from honeymoon. You move away to understanding that one is controlling you, and you give up that control. Then you understand after a while the control is very good for you. Then you're going to ask yourself, what can I offer? I cannot offer anything. He doesn't need anything, but we are all humans, let's say. Don't give me a stupid Sufi answer, please. Saying that what can we give? If nothing, I'm nothing. If you're nothing, then why you speak? Why still go to the toilet? Why? People who are really believing that, you're going to see that they are the best ones. But people who say I'm nothing, they're the most stubborn and arrogant ones. Only taking those answers when it fits them to be slick, not to answer anything. What can I offer? What can I give? What is my role? Because every Sahabi did that. Sufis thinking, what, you're higher than the Sahabis? Every Sahabi had a role. Every Sahabi tried to find a role. Every Sahabi, they're not even satisfied with the role and the job that is given to them. And they say, now I must change and become a better one. I must change and become a better one, and a better one, and a better one. They never get stuck. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, he didn't get stuck. He was, let's say, a millionaire at that time. He didn't say, I'm happy where I am, let me just do this. He changed too, according to the permission that is given to him. He gave up from being a millionaire, and he became something else. The other Sahabis, they gave up from that. They became something else. They became something else, and they keep changing now. Their roles also keep changing. How are you going to know? How are you going to know what to change and how to change if you are busy with yourself? Because this is what happens. People enter the tariqat, they fall in love, they do this, there's something to offer, then they become busy with themselves. That's it, it's finished. Now I can be busy with myself. Now I have my business, I have my family, I have my children. I'm going to be busy with myself. And everything else, the Jamaat is good to, I offer something, but it's also giving something to me. This is my life. No. So what is your life? My life is Dergah. But really, is it Dergah? Really. Look at the time that you spend. Look at the energy that you spend in your heart, what you're concerned about, what you're chasing after. Look at your materials that you are giving. Look at everything. And then you don't have to be a saint or a scholar. Then you will know. Where are you concentrating on? Now, once you are aware and you're concentrating on, you're saying, I used to be like that, but now I'm trying to run after the Dergah. I'm trying to run after the community, the Jamaat. I'm trying to run for zikr and sohbat and everything. So, you're running. And you're looking. You're looking to the one who is guiding you. And in reality, they give according to how thirsty you are. They give according to how thirsty you are. If you're not thirsty, they cannot give too much. They cannot give so much if you're not thirsty. Even if their own children, they cannot. As much taqwa as that one has, the more that one is running, then it's obligation for them to give. This is the law of Allah. This is the law of the Prophet. The law of Islam is never going to change. It is not according to blood lineage. It's not according to how much emotion you have, how much love you have. It is according to how much that one is trying to run towards his Lord and his obligation for you to give. So if the murid now, he went through all these stages, now it's a very comfortable stage. It comes to that. I have this, I have that, and everything is fine. I come for sohbat. Couple of hours, and that's it. If you think that that's it, then you're in big trouble. As a murid, that means that you are full up like that, then you're not coming with a full cup. We cannot give you anything. But if you're still thirsty and say, this is not, I'm running after something else. Verily, my life, my worship, my life, my striving and everything is for the sake of Allah. This is the prayer of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. So the murid is imitating that. My life, my property, my sons, my wealth, my time, everything is for the sake of Allah. And the sake of Allah is according to the one that Allah has sent to you, that authority, and what is His work and what is His vision. If you want to be truthful to that, then you're going to come as close as you can to Him, so that you start seeing it through His eyes. Once you start seeing through His eyes, because you're close, then you'll become aware. You'll become aware. There are a million things to be aware of, but at least you're going to start from somewhere that is very important. I don't mean so much becoming aware of how, for example, how you eat, or becoming aware of how you drink. Not even aware. Bleh. Like drink coffee, like that, you know. But those things may be a little bit small, maybe they're a little bit annoying, but it's okay, we understand. There's so many other things that is much heavier and more important that are there. We understand that too. The closer you come to the Shaykh, the more aware you're going to be. The more aware you are of the Shaykh, the more aware you are going to be. It is impossible you're going to be aware of yourself if you're not aware of the Shaykh. Impossible. It's like saying, I don't need a mirror to look at my own reflection. Like they say, yes, the Shaykh is studying you. Of course the Shaykh has to study you. But you need to study the Shaykh too. Then more closer that you become, What am I explaining? Yeah? Yeah? Mm-hmm. What am I explaining? This whole sohbet that I've given is what? Yes, but no. What? Yes, but no. I'm searching for an answer. Okay, specific answer. You're all right. But the answer, all this that I'm talking about, is Hadith Qudsi. Yes? Huh? What is the Hadith Qudsi? Which one? No. No. There you go. My servant is beloved to me when he does the obligations, and he comes closer to me when he does things that's not obligations. Let's put it very, very simply. When I don't have to say to him what to do and he's doing it from his own heart. Then when he becomes close to me, I will be his eyes, I'll be his ears, I'll be his hands. So it is impossible to be self-aware if you are not aware of your Shaykh. Possible. Maybe first time that you become very aware of the Shaykh is going to show you, definitely, first, all your ego. It has to. That is a test. That's a very big test. He's going to show you, look, yes, you love me, you want to follow me. It's because I put the love in you. You want to follow me. Okay. Now slowly I'm going to take out a mirror, I'm going to show you, and you're going to run away. You're going to think that you're going to run away from me, but you're not actually running away from me, you're running away from yourself. There's a reflection of yourself. And you know what? You cannot run away from yourself. You can't. But if you stay, and I say, look, this is the reflection, but we can change this, we can change this, we can change this. And look beyond that, look closer. Then when you start doing that, it gets a little easier because you are slowly taking away that false reflection of yourself. You're not believing that anymore. Then you become very aware and awake. You look at yourself. Maybe you go through a stage where you say, I am a lie. I am a living lie. Everything I do is wrong. So let's try to do something that is right. So now you try to copy everything that you can from the Shaykh. Those ones who are close to him, or his teachings, or this and that. With him guiding you, it has to be very important, him guiding you, because no one should take any of these words and apply it to themselves without guidance. Then they're only going to become more and more weird. There are people that they love Shaykh Effendi so much, but there is no guidance. They become very weird. There are people who follow Shaykh Effendi so much, they're in love with Shaykh Effendi, and then after that, Shaykh Effendi is not here anymore physically, and they just take those things without any guidance, and they just follow their own ideas of his teachings, and it also becomes very wrong and very weird. Guidance, it is important. This guidance is what is Ahli Sunnah wa Jamaat. This guidance is what is Khilafat. Without this guidance, everyone becomes like Wahhabi. They just take Quran and Hadith without any guidance and say, because I can read and because I can write, why I have to follow anyone's guidance? I can guide myself. Same principle. They watch, be hyper aware. That's why we say don't sleep, be hyper aware. And don't think, oh, I'm past that, I'm here 10 years. Well, you never even took one step to become very aware, to watch, to question everything. Yes, it is in some ways, in a lot of ways, it is easier, because when you just meet Shaykh Effendi, it is easier. You meet Shaykh Effendi, you meet him, you're a murid, you meet Shaykh Effendi as a Shaykh. It's finished. It's easier to follow. Always the test is when he puts his representative that is there. Because you know this representative, you say, he was just like me, and now he's a Shaykh, why I have to follow? There's this human nature also. This is exactly what the mushriks, they're saying about the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He's just an orphan boy, astaghfirullah. He's just a camel herder, astaghfirullah. And now he's claiming all this. Yet they know that he is very extraordinary from the time that he was born. They knew that. It's clear to everyone. All the miraculous signs, all the miracles that he was able to make and they were able to see, it was clear to everyone. You think it wasn't a big problem when Shaykh Effendi also became a Shaykh? There are so many other people around who said, this one, but we know him. But they were also aware there were so many unusual things that happened. Because they don't just choose someone just like that. So, however it is, whoever it is that they have chosen, they have put something there. It is not because of their own characteristics also, but it's because they have put something in there for them. So, you pay attention and you ask. You ask questions. Whether it's openly, inside, you keep working. You keep asking. You're very curious, you're very inquisitive. And this becomes second nature to you. Then more you ask, more answers will give. More you're asking, more openings will come. More you ask, more you're going to be aware. More you ask, because you're always asking, then that time you're always looking for an answer. You're very thirsty. Then any time that they are speaking or they want, then you become hyper aware. This is when you start wanting sohbat. You understand? It's something that is there, and because you are asking and you want it, and everything else, the sweetness comes from that. Because you're looking for answers. You're always hungry, you're thirsty for that. Then you're going to become aware. And that time, they are going to make it easier for you to answer so many things also. You're asking one question, the answer can come from here, from here, from here, from here, from different people. Your ego is going to smack you very, very hard then. Because every time you go in the way of haqq, there's going to be 70 shaitans in front of you. And they watch you. Sometimes they will help you. Sometimes they say, now I've trained you enough. No, I'm not going to help you. You have to fight them. And that goes on, and that goes on. So, but if you're not interested in the Shaykh, if you're not, the Shaykh is just there to make dua for you, not just there to lead prayers, or just there to say a couple of words, or just there to make some zikr. If you're not taking the Shaykh as a guide, you're not interested. If you're not interested, you can never be awake and aware, never. Then you're only going to be satisfied with the little that you have. Once a week, this is enough. Once a week, doing this is enough. But then that time, tariqat things, especially zikr and sohbat, becomes very heavy, and you can only take one or two. But the rest of the time, you are outside, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's okay, you can take a lot of it. This is a danger for those that they are running after. Understand? Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Okay. Hadi. Serkan, go. You understanding? So many parts in the Quran Karim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising the believers. And who are the believers? They do good. They establish regular prayer. they give zakat. They're patient. Then, this is general belief, general believers. Then there are those that they are not satisfied with this. They say this is just the beginning. What is it that they're looking for? Night and day, they are remembering their Lord. Night and day, they are looking for the face of Allah. Then they are not satisfied with just establishing regular prayers, zakat. They're not satisfied with that. They want something else. They want their Lord. They're looking for the face of Allah. So for that, they will remember Allah much. In every situation, they will want to remember Allah. This is tariqat. If you are in tariqat and you're slipping, then you should be waking up, you should remember that whatever that we're going through also in life, in tariqat, the good times, it will pass. The bad times, it will pass. It's not really that important. But we're looking good or bad, we're asking, may it be giving us the strength to always be searching for Allah, searching for the Prophet, searching to be as close as we can to our Shaykh. Because so many times, when we have it good, we're very far away from them. Allah Himself is describing, and when it is bad, then we cry to them. But for the most people, once Allah gives some help, then they forget Allah, or they become ungrateful, or they say, it's not Allah who's helped. I'm the one who did something. This is general. And we have to be careful from that.